This is a stimulus and Social Security update. Got some important updates to share with you. New $914 checks going out to Social Security recipients today. $800 stimulus check deadline is in 2 weeks. The Democrats are pressing the GOP on whether or not they plan on cutting Social Security. Today, President Biden is having his first date with Kevin McCarthy to talk about the debt ceiling, among a few other important issues, and I'll give you some other important updates as well. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more daily, straight-to-the-point updates on matters that financially matter to you. So, Social Security Supplemental Income, also known as SSI, are going to receive new $914 checks today, February 1st. Check full payment schedule. So today is when the February 1st checks are going out for SSI. It could be up to $914. That's the new COLA adjusted amount. But it was $841 last year with that previous COLA amount. So I'm curious, if you're on SSI and you're receiving your check today, what is your new amount? Let me know down in the comments below. Is it better with the new 8.7% COLA? Then the other months coming up, March 1st, March 31st, May 1st, June 1st, and June 30th. So yeah, mainly on the 1st except for April. But I'll keep you updated on that. And then Democrats press GOP on whether anti-socialist bill could hit Medicare Social Security. So House Democrats push Republicans to clarify the implications of a new bill that would denounce the horrors of socialism and socialist policies, expressing concern that it may include Medicare and Social Security benefits. So Democrats, including Maxine Waters, urged GOP lawmakers to specify the meaning of opposing socialist policies, wondering if that includes Social Security, Medicare, or other things like that. Basically saying here, this resolution is instead as divisive as it is insulting to the American public. It is trying to suggest that Social Security, Medicare, and even fire departments are anti-American. None of this is surprising to me, nor the blatant attempt to try to scare Americans. So we'll see what happens if there is any clarification on Social Security being cut. So far, it's the Democrats accusing Republicans of cutting Social Security, Medicare, and the Republicans saying they're not going to do it. No action or bill has been presented yet. So we'll see what happens coming up. There is a stimulus update. Deadline to claim checks worth up to $800 in South Carolina in 15 days. So February 15th, if you live in South Carolina, you have until then to submit your taxes to be eligible for the $800 check, which I was able to receive, I think, back in December. So those are real. People are getting them. So if you live in South Carolina, don't forget about that deadline, February 15th. And President Biden and McCarthy's first date to set tone for upcoming debt ceiling battle. So President pressing McCarthy to specify cuts he wants, and personal dynamics between the two will be closely watched. So they're going to talk about the debt ceiling, which no one is doing anything, no one meaning the Democrats or the Republicans. There's no negotiations, nothing being presented, no bills, nothing like that. Seems like they're both running out the clock and having Americans' lives at their disposal. Meanwhile, Congress getting paid $174,000 a year to sit around and do nothing for the American people. So really messed up situation. Before I get to this video, if you appreciate how I got straight to the point and let you know exactly what's going on with no fluff, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Next up, here's the Democrats' perspective on the debt ceiling and what needs to be done for Americans.
1,000 years ago when I worked in the Senate, I was in a few White House negotiations. This sounds like the shortest one ever. This sounds like 2 questions, no answers, goodbye.
Yeah, first of all, Kevin McCarthy has no idea what he's asking for, right? So it's hard to have a negotiation when one side has no position. We guess that what they may want is big cuts to Medicare benefits or Social Security. Maybe they want a 30% national sales tax, but it's hard to have a negotiation when one side doesn't have an ask. It's also hard to have a negotiation when this caucus is just so dysfunctional, right? They can't pick a leader. There's really no sense that they could ever enter into this kind of complex negotiation over the sovereignty of American debt. My advice to President Biden is don't negotiate. right? Tell these guys that it is your job as a member of Congress to pay America's bills. These aren't Democratic bills, they're not Republican bills. This is the spending that Democrats and Republicans have voted for, and when you get sworn into Congress, it is just your job to pay those bills. You don't get a choice about that. You don't get to negotiate over it. You want to light the economy on fire, you get nothing for that. We'll see if the White House is going to ultimately sit down at the negotiating table. I would argue to take a hard line.
You're going to have to get 60 votes in the Senate for this. So it's not as if the Senate is the easy lift and the House is the difficult lift. They're both difficult.
Yeah, they're both difficult, but you have got more Republicans in the Senate that see the harm of playing chicken with American credit, especially at a moment when things are starting to go pretty well for the American economy, right? Obviously, we've had very low unemployment. You're starting to see inflation come down. This is just not the moment to play these games. So I think it's an easier time to get the votes in the Senate. I think there's at least 10 Republicans that are not interested in playing this game of chicken.
Yeah, I mean, there's news indicating that there's about 24 Republican senators who are saying we want what the House wants, which is we don't know what that is. But what that means is half of the Republicans, at least, in the Senate are not with the House. They're not publicly saying, I am handcuffed to Kevin McCarthy. So there's the 10 or more could be available.
So you've had this sort of interesting phenomenon in the United States Senate where a group of Republicans who used to kind of sit on the sidelines have frankly moved towards the Democrats, have started to be more interested in compromise as a reaction to the direction that the Kevin McCarthy Republicans have taken. And so you've seen all this compromise come out of the United States Senate. You're seeing some of those Republicans in the Senate talk more reasonably about the debt ceiling, in part because there's a small group of them that don't want this party to become a daily dumpster fire as it has been since the beginning of this year.
So what are your thoughts there? I love sharing the Democrat perspective and the Republican perspective because you can see they're so different and similar at the same time. Both Democrats and Republicans love to bash the other party, and they're talking about what's best for the American people and that their party knows best. So it's very, very interesting. You know, if you just substituted the word Democrat for Republican, they're basically saying the same thing when bashing about each other. But anyways, what are your thoughts on that? And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella's tip of the day. I want to say that never let bad vibes take over you. You have to let the good vibes just let you free. You have to always be good and always be humble and always be great to everybody. And I love making these tip of the days for you guys because you guys are my friends. Bye! I want to do tip of the day. Hi guys. Hi. This is my tip of the day. I want to say don't go on the road. If you cross, you'll get smushed. And have a great day. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your support. You may notice I have a little bit more pep today. Really excited. Right after this video, I'm actually going to play pickleball for the very first time. It's been 3.5 months. October 17th is when I rolled my ankle, fractured it, tore 2 ligaments, had to do surgery, long recovery. The doctor said it was a lot worse than he thought. And finally, 3.5 months later, I am going to play pickleball today. So I'm really, really excited. I'm gonna have to take it easy, really slow. I'm still barely able to walk. Don't even know if I could run yet, but really, really, really excited. So I'll keep you updated on what happens with that. And yeah, hopefully you have a great rest of your day. If you want to check out any of my other videos, click right up here. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.